We are about to see quite a lot of people here in Benidorm town. Welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. Welcome to the gorgeous and busy town of Benidorm in Costa Blanca in Spain. Today's video is starting right next to the Alehop, the cow shop, and Paseo de la Carretera, which is this one right here. It's a popular location for tourists, as you can already tell. There's a straight road towards the Levante beach right in front of us. There's plenty of bars, cafeterias, and terraces, and we've not seen it that full since probably Easter holidays or even the last summer. There's a lot of people here. Let's go and explore together. Maybe we can see some new businesses, who knows? This is where there's the famous pizza place for nice pizza slices, chocolate with churros that are recently made. And in general, these cafeterias are good and they have quite reasonable prices for drinks, snacks, and food options. They also make some nice ice cream desserts if you fancy those. This area is very well known with different types of shops for all pockets. There's some expensive ones like this one right here on the right side, which are branded shops, as if you would be in actually original branded shop for a higher price. And these ones are authentic. It doesn't mean it's like fake brands. These are authentic brands that are just being sold by smaller companies. The same, this fashion city that you can see, plus the Glamour, the other shop here as well, offer exactly the same type of branded things. There is very popular places here. Diva in general, there's several of them here. You will see Diva A, Diva, more numbers. That just means the house number. And these are bars. Some of them are themed only for cocktails, others are for snacks. We particularly love this one here on the right side. This has all-in-one. There are very, very cheap prices here, 1, 2, 3 euros. Plus there is a pizza place, there's a hot dog place, and there's el pataton, which are roasted potatoes. As you can see right here, we can fill them in with different toppings, and this is delicious. And prices are really, really competitive, which is the best thing. Remember, when you come on holidays, you do not need to spend a whole entire fortune while going out and eating. Obviously, there are expensive restaurants, there are expensive places for desserts, for food, snacks, typical Spanish food, but it doesn't mean that is the only option that you have. Yao Yao opened up here as well, which is like ice cream yogurt. It's more a yogurt place with some toppings. I personally don't like it because I find it slightly sour, so it's not for my personal taste, even though I like yogurt ice cream. But this one, for some reason, not our favorite, but I know people who love it, who enjoy it, and who come here for more and more each time. Then there are some beer places. They have different varieties of beers here on the left side. There is gins and tonics places. There are so many different places out here, and as you can see, there's a lot of people and a lot of them are Spanish, which can tell a lot. Remember, when you walk down the streets and when you see there's a lot of Spanish people and it's busy, this means that the place is good. The Spanish are quite selective with the places that they go, and they know the worth of money. They know how much they should be paying for it, so they always go to the affordable places. In general, on this street right here, it's not too expensive. It's all right. The prices are quite nice. This one right here is slightly more expensive, Deleite. This is not as old. It's been open for a couple of years maybe. They do have cocktails, they have juices, they have drinks out here mostly. And the terrace is not as full because it's slightly more expensive. Mia place as well. This one right here, Mia is a small place, by the way. You can see it right there in front. Just look at that, how lovely it is looking like. Wow. It is so busy. It's a pure center. It's a traditional city center, but without being so overcrowded. You know, it's the avenue of Alameda, by the way. And the hotel that is located right here nearby is called exactly the same way, the Hotel Alameda. We've actually filmed it for you guys here on the channel. If you search Benidorm by Anna Hotel Alameda, you will see a full video of how it is looking like after the refurbishment. Their lovely terrace, the rooms, and it's just a great location. And take into consideration the price quality range and what you get where it's located. It's a very, very good place for holidays. They also have an open terrace here that is not only for hotel visitors and guests, but also for external visitors. Just someone who wants to grab some nice snack or a drink here out of the street and are not staying here. There is also a possibility. Ooh, some drinks here for €5. They're called copas, which means that it's an alcohol drink plus some beverage or refresher with it. Mojito, €5. Piña colada, €5. See, that's not as expensive. That's not as expensive at all. I'm just seeing the road towards the old town. God, there is a lot of people. Not seen so many people in a long time here. We have the Levante beach on the left, the Tapas Alley on the right, and straight road, there is a road towards the old town. Here towards the left, there are some supermarkets, which is called Supermarket over the Castle. They do have some souvenirs here. They have some drinks and some snacks. Obviously, it's going to be more expensive than a typical supermarket, like a proper supermarket used by locals. Simply because we are in a touristic location, and if people want something nearby without the necessity of going to a actual supermarket, it needs to be paid. Here we have the tourist information office. We have some of the oldest streets in Benidorm, which is the Street of the Cats, which is on the right side. One of the oldest ones here in Benidorm. And from here we have some more. This is like a boutique apart hotel, boutique hotel. They have some lovely rooms with great views of the old town. Special menu, look at this. Special menu, $22.90. Drinks and dessert not included, but look at the menu. Does look nice, doesn't it? Then there's a special menu, unlimited meats and a cup. Oh, special menu with unlimited meats. Say hello to our hubby. He's filming today's video, helping us out. Wow, this is very nice for all the meat lovers. Unlimited meat and like extras, like snack bites to accompany it. Wow, $22.90. Usually there's this is an average price of a menu, but not an unlimited one. Ooh, those who fancy meat, maybe you should check this out because this is actually lovely. The beach is looking quite empty today, I must say. You can see that there is barely anyone out here at all. It's because the weather has been strange this day. It was slightly cloudy. There was some sunshine, but it's like sunshine mixed with clouds, as you can see. Almost all the clouds went away into the sea. There's some people right there swimming, but the vast majority are having a lovely walk, having some nice dinner or some snacks and drinks before they head out for a night in Benidorm because the night is still young. Here we have these apartments that we've seen just right now, the boutique apartments, Don Cesar, I think they're called. We've shown you some information about them in the past, but it is definitely popular. They're not the cheapest option, I dare to say, but it's a good option if you want to stay here in the old town, even though I feel like it's not a quietest place to be because there's the Tapas Alley right next to it. There's some nightclubs just maybe 50 meters away. There's a lot of people passing through, so unless it's like a last floor and they have very, very good soundproof material installed, it will be quite noisy out there, so it's not actually the best option. There's many people here sitting down on the benches just enjoying, because nowadays when you come to Benidorm in summer, you need to bear in mind that it's very, very, very warm on midday, and a lot of people just cannot tolerate the heat itself. Thus, people only go outside in the morning up until midday. Then they stop. This is why we also have traditional Spanish siesta, not because people want to sleep so much or because people are lazy, but this took us a while to understand as well, especially those who are foreigners. We always thought like, oh no, they just don't want to do anything, they just close down and rest. That's not entirely true, because it's like in Thailand or in some Asian countries, when the heat is kicking in hard in summer, you simply don't have a strength to do anything. The only thing you can do is you can just lay down and wait for it to pass, and that's it. And then when the sun goes down, you're ready to function back again. You recover your energy, and you can do all the rest of the things. This is how, before air conditionings were working, people used to survive on middays. That's why everything was closed. And it's called Spanish siesta because a lot of people were just sleeping because they couldn't physically do anything with their lives while it was so warm outside. And up until now, this is why a lot of businesses close on midday too, because no one in their sane mind will be heading on the heat to do all these things. So this is what we need to bear in mind. It's going to be way busier. Police cars flashing on camera. The lights are flashing on camera. They're not flashy when you look at them directly, but somehow the camera lens is quite sensitive, I think, and it's just picking up the lights as if they would be flashing, but it's not actually the case. So there is no real emergency. So yeah, that's why you will see people at night, especially when it's very warm outside. You'll see people in the morning and mostly nighttime. People will be having dinner at 10 something at night and going home by midnight, because that's how you actually get to enjoy the day, because on midday it's impossible to do anything unless you are at the beach or in the water or in the swimming pool. We started the video right at the end of this particular street, and now we are on the other side of it. There's some lovely places here. Oh, there's some new places probably. Rico Bar. Oh, they've changed it. Look at this. They've taken down this terrace. Oh, how dare you. It was a lovely terrace. Now they did an ice cream shop out here. Like handmade, artesanal. This is like when you do through traditional recipes. The ice cream. So they've put the ice cream machines there instead of fridges, instead of the terrace, and they just left the terrace on the outside. Probably in winter it's going to be back as it usually was, but I'm not sure if it's a smart move. Probably maybe it is if they did it, but it just looks strange. There's less and less tables left, which is a shame. Another ice cream places are full. Right now, all the places who sell bubble teas, who sell like Starbucks, they have summer drinks and iced coffees, etc. By the way, people are still visiting it, even though it's quite expensive with the price. Comparing it with the usual coffee in bars and terraces and cafeterias, here in Benidorm, it's quite expensive. It is good, but it's expensive, it's pricey, as everywhere in the world Starbucks is. But still, people are heading there. There's summer drinks, there's offers, there's points that you can earn. And while all these places exist, ice cream places that do milkshakes too, these are really, really busy right now in summer. People are using them a lot to at least be able to survive while they're walking on the sunshine. Because whilst inside of Benidorm, in a lot of streets, including Mediterranean Avenue, it's mostly shade, and on Mediterranean Avenue, it's a live, natural shade from the trees. Here on the Levante beach, there is no shade at all, basically. All the bars, they do have their terraces, as you can see, which are packed. Pretty much packed with people. Beach clubs, the Tiki Town, the Tiki City, the Tiki Beach, all the city pubs, the Rico, the Nabab cafeterias, all of the places, the Cayman, all of them are really, really busy. They have some natural shade. Now it's not necessary because it is quite cloudy and the sun is setting down basically. But on midday, walking here on the Levante beach, these palm trees don't give any shade almost at all. Thus, it is quite hard on us. Make sure you bring some sun hats or purchase ones. They're quite not so expensive in the Chinese shops or in different types of touristic shops here nearby. You can grab those, or in Alejop. Alejop has some nice sun hats and the price is actually quite good. And it's really recommended to wear something, because if not, a lot of people are heading to the hospitals right now due to sun or heat stroke. So stay safe while enjoying your holidays here in the area. Game show live. They're putting football here live because obviously now it's football time. of the year. Thus, there's a lot of football matches, different countries playing, and a lot of people are coming here to see the football game on the big screens. Summer 2024 Lounge KU Cafe, cool, we'll call it. Saturday, Friday, and different types of DJ residents every single day. Plus, there are some special DJs that they are inviting. This is like a nightclub inside of a bar. At night, it turns, they have a big dance floor inside. They have a terrace on the other side, which is slightly more private. And then they have all this area too. And this is like a nightclub, more or less, especially on weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And in summer, you would be surprised how many people are actually heading here. These supermarkets, Pinza di Roma, this is usually not as busy. I'm wondering if everything's all right. How come there's not as many people inside? We have a couple of tables, but not more than that. Interesting. They've been open for a while though. Let us know if you've tried it out and if they have some nice food, which might be a good recommendation for all the fellow travelers who have their upcoming holidays here in Benidorm town. The Urban Beach Gastro Bar. The supermarket Udaco is a typical Spanish supermarket of this area. And then in front of us we have the famous KM Beach and Penelope. These are two beach nightclubs that have been here for decades and decades. People love it. And especially tourists mostly, and locals do too visit it every now and then. They have some nice music sessions here. On the right side we have the aquapark. Remember, we've showed it to you last year. If you didn't see the video, check it out. It's a brand new, the first time was here last year, brand new water park, floating water park full of nice sports activities. 14 euros per person, gives you an hour, plus 2 euros if you need anti-slippery socks. And trust me, you need anti-slippery socks on there. This is what Benidorm is looking like today. Wish you great holidays and we'll see you in a new video. Bye, teas.